Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, and welcome back to Fan Theories with Davey. Today I'm going to talk about the best picture of 2014, Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. Birdman is a very interesting movie, and it's very strange, especially towards the end. And now, the most of the speculation that surrounds Birdman happens around what happened at the end. And, truth be told, I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm just kidding, but I have an idea of what happened at the end. So, at the end of Birdman, there is a segment where he...
Spoilers.
Yep, spoilers. At the end of Birdman, there is a segment where he's walking down the streets and he's kind of down, he's not feeling so good about everything that he's been doing. He's thinking that maybe everything he's done up until this point is worthless, and he is gonna go back to the bottle. And he starts drinking, and he passes out on the street. After that, we enter a very weird and surreal segment where he's walking down the streets of Manhattan, and his alter ego, Birdman, is telling him that he should go back to being an action movie star. He should go back to being the superhero he's always been, because his life had meaning back then. They grossed billions, and there's all this weird stuff going on that's very special effects heavy. There's a giant bird attacking a town. There's armies running around in the street shooting the giant bird. It's really weird, and eventually he just ends up on top of a building. And he's standing up there thinking, and he's about to jump. And he's convinced that he is Birdman again. But then he snaps out of it. A guy grabs his arm and he's like, "Hey, buddy, are you alright? Are you okay? Do you need me to call somebody?" And he gives him this look. It's like, "No, I'm fine." And he gives him this very strange look, like, "I know what's up. I know what's going on now." And then he just runs for the edge of the building and flies away. And he flies around Manhattan and gets back to the theater to do the play. And there's a hint of doubt in what they give you, because when he lands and goes in, at the same moment as he lands, there's somebody getting out. There's a cabbie with its door open, and he goes in, and a cabbie chases in after him saying, "Hey, you forgot to pay me!" And you're not sure whether he was chasing after him or not. So you're thinking, maybe that was all in his head. Maybe he just took a cab back, and that was just him imagining himself flying back. The way that it introduces that hint of doubt, especially in that moment, is very, very interesting. And after that, it's just incredibly surreal. There's just some weird stuff going on as he's walking through. Like, everybody's looking at him funny, talking to him like he is the master of the universe. And he's just on top of the world. And he shows up, and we only see the end of the play at this point. And there, in that moment, he takes an actual gun on stage and shoots himself. But that's not the end. He wakes up in the hospital, and, like, his nose is all jacked up. Apparently he just shot himself in the nose. And he sees the news about what happened on stage. Like, he sees the news about people lighting candles for him in Central Park, and, like, everybody, like, worried about him and everything. And he also sees that the play is getting incredible reviews. And all of his hard work is coming to fruition, and everything is working out wonderfully. And he's left alone in the hospital bed. He gets up, looks at himself in the mirror, and the bandages on him look like the Birdman mask. And then he sees Birdman in the bathroom with him. Walks out, jumps out the window. And after that, his daughter comes in, and she's worried because she can't see him. She doesn't know where he is. And she goes to the window, which is still open. And she stares off into the distance and starts to smile and laugh. And then it cuts. It's a very, very strange ending to a movie. And there's a bunch of speculation that you can go for as to what happened at the end. Because there's the hints of doubt throughout everything. Like, there are a few theories. You can say maybe he did have superpowers. Maybe it was all in his head. I propose this. When he gets drunk and passes out on the street, when he wakes up, I think he's still too drunk to understand what's going on. I think he's still dreaming. And he's walking down the street and he's walking down the street and seeing all this stuff, and it's freaking him out, and he goes into a building and ends up on the roof somehow. And in his depression, throws himself off. And that's where he dies. After that is his time in purgatory. Seeing everything that he dreamed of coming true. Seeing the play be a success, and his daughter finally earning his daughter's approval, and earning back the love of his wife, and everything starts to come together for him. And he's finally noticed. He finally feels himself beloved on earth. And then he can ascend into heaven. Am I right? Probably not. But it's pretty interesting to think about, isn't it? That's my theory on Birdman. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. If you didn't like this video, tell me how I can improve it. Share on Facebook and do all the fun social media stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy.